Yo, yo, yo. What up, peoples? It's Friday, babies. It's Friday. What the crap? That was weird. Okay. Let's go. It's Friday. It's time to do some video gaming news. And then play some more Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh gosh. I'm tangled. All right, we good. We good. What's up, everybody? How is your day going so far? While I'm thinking about it, reminder, no streams this weekend. Having a family weekend, celebrate some holiday stuff, and will not be live. So be prepared for that. Sorry, I am not a big fan of taking time off. I don't do it too much, but it is something that happens from time to time. And actually, over the next couple of months, there are a couple of vacation spots coming up that are kind of rare for me too. But it's we've decided to take a family vacation. Then I'm also going to be traveling home to see my parents for a little bit. So between April and May, we'll have a little bit of some extended time off in both of those months. One of them is on the schedule already, exclamation point schedule, and then the other one is getting ready to be posted up in there. I've got some defined dates that I'm narrowing down, and then I'll get it in there, okay? But that's, I think, the info that I need everybody to have, and it's time. It's time to get in here and find out what's going on in the world of video games for today, March 29th. Also, I didn't get anything put in Discord last night. I had a kind of a busy night. But Mustache March is coming to an end. I won't be around this weekend in a live stream capacity, but I will be asking everybody to get your pictures posted of your flexing that mustache muscle, baby, in the Discord channel by the end of March. So by the end of Sunday. And then whenever I get back on Monday and we do our stream on Monday, we'll take a look and do some voting on the best mustache for Mustache March, all right? Cool. Let's get in here, dude. Let's do this. By the way, there was an update for Dragon's Dogma 2 finally. It took a week. It was 1.6 gigs for me. I just noticed it this morning. I've been looking every single day. And I noticed this morning as I was starting the stream up that there was, in fact, finally an update. And here are the notes. So instead of them going, we are planning on an update, right? This is, as of today, we have released an update. So here's what I'm going to do. I already have this up. This is from our buddy Alucare. So, by the way, thank you, buddy, for the 11-month resub yesterday. It was so good to see Alucare. Hadn't seen him in a while. And it's always good to see Alucare. He's a very busy individual. And it's always good when we get to see him. But thank you, my friend, for the 11-month resub. And he brought us this information. There's a mod that has been put or made by a moderator. Or a mod, not a moderator. A mod developer for Dragon's Dogma 2. And it is apparently doing a really good job at increasing people's frame rates. So, we'll take a look at this. We'll also take a look at the... I didn't get this installed last night. I had a really busy night last night, so I didn't get this done. But I have heard good things already. And we'll take a look at the patch notes this morning. Let's do this. What do we want to look at it at? It might come up in our search. Let's just see if it comes up in our search. If not, then I'll look for it specifically. All right, but we'll look at that and we'll try to see. I'll see if the update has any effect on my performance of the game. And if not, then what I'll probably do is go ahead and incorporate running this mod and see what that does for us, okay? Warner Brothers delisting games on Steam doesn't make any sense. Well, you know, Warner Brothers doesn't make a whole lot of sense with most of the things they do in the gaming industry anymore. So, am I surprised? No. Does it feel good? No. Bungie rolls back controversial plan to time gate into the light loot. Interesting. Okay. Well, more potential controversial news on the front of Bungie stuff. We'll see what that is. Is Ferret hanging out? Ferret. We've talked about a lot of the games coming out this coming month. I'm not going to dive into that right now. We'll hit on it again on Monday whenever I get back from the weekend holiday. And it will be April 1st, so it'll be more appropriate to go ahead and take another look at the bigger games releasing in April, okay? We've talked about this. I did get a few more videos put up last night on YouTube if anybody's interested. And they are there. If this is true, this sucks. We've had to talk a lot about racism in the video gaming industry here lately, which is unfortunately something that pervades many parts of the world and is unacceptable. Sucks. Shouldn't be a thing. It's just so asinine. You're gonna hate on somebody because they you know, look different than you or have, you know, different ethnicity. Like, come on, man. A crazy notion. Just absolutely stupid. How stupid. We've talked about that too. Davey, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Mystery malware targets Call of Duty cheaters stealing their Bitcoin. This is a bit weird. I didn't even mean to pun like that, but I guess that works. I don't like this website, Cointelegraph. It's always about promoting like crypto-based economies and games and stuff, and it's much as kind of intriguing as this title is. I don't want to dive into that. An 80-pound sturgeon, dude, in Far Cry 5? That seems wild. I've never played Far Cry 5, so I don't really know what the you know, average weight of a sturgeon would be in that game, but that sounds wild, dude. I used to do an amount of freshwater fishing whenever I was younger, and I can only imagine what it feels like to pull in an 80-pound fish. Jesus Christ. That would be insane. By the way, new game on Epic, Islets. And look at this. There's some bangers coming up. So Islets is now free. Coffee time. Let's go, buddy. Yeah. I'm all over that, baby. You know it. Islets is free now. So the games from last week left yesterday. Now Islets is free. And coming up next week, The Outer Worlds Spacer's Choice Edition. This is an Obsidian game. It's supposed to be very good. I haven't played it yet. They did give this away in December. And it's coming back around. So if you didn't get this in December, it is something that you should be grabbing coming up next week. And then Thief is also available, which is a notable title as well. For those people like our buddy Soup that likes to go, Epic doesn't ever give away anything worthwhile. Here we go. And look, the fact of the matter is, I know Soup trolls me out a lot, but when it really comes down to it, free games are free games, baby. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, you can't really be looking a gift horse in the mouth if you've never heard that expression. You know, it's how can you scoff or turn your nose up at free access to video games, you know, even if it is just kind of mediocre stuff, it's free. So, one second. Should the PS5 Pro be scrapped? Why? It'll probably do well enough for PlayStation. And it's not like it's super crazy for them to upgrade what it is. It's not like a complete overhaul or anything. And they've still got about 3 years to run on this current gen platform, so I would prompt people to not play The Sims anymore. EA is disgusting. The amount of DLC, I know it's Maxis in EA, but the amount of DLC that they try to pull people into buying for the game, it's like over $1,000 worth of DLC. It's insane. It's insane. And there's some great games being made right now, it looks like, from ex-developers on games like The Sims and actually The Sims that are life sim games coming our way that are notable. What is it? There is Life by You. Life by You is one that's coming out on June 4th. This one is one that looks like it could be worth diving into. And there's another one. Hold on one second. No, I'll grab. What is this other one? We just found another one here recently. And both of these look like they could be legitimate contenders to City 20 is actually one that's like, I'll just link this too. Yo, what up, Reject? What's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Thanks again, dude. The gift was just so phenomenal, man. Really meant a lot to me, dude. I've actually, dude, I've got I've got it ready for my weekend, dude. The little holiday with the family and everything. I'm gonna be sporting it this weekend. City 20 is more of a post-apocalyptic sim, life sim kind of game, so that's a weird take on it. If you're wanting something closer to The Sims, though, there's another one. Data added. This should work. Where is this? I can't remember the name of the other one. Give me 1 second here. Oh, what is it? Paralyzed. This is it. Paralyzed. This is coming out in 2025 as well, and this looks like a very good alternative to a game like The Sims. It looks really good. So if you're interested in The Sims, and particularly like The Sims 5 coming out, man, don't feed into what EA is doing and making people pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for DLC. Find something better. Don't support that scumminess, man. There's some good links right there for games coming out that can, you know, scratch that itch, if you will, and potentially even be better games. I would be willing to bet at least one of these will be a better game than The Sims 5 will be. Let's be fair. I mean, it's EA. It's not like they make phenomenal products anymore. Yeah? They did at one point. Not really anymore. Oh, dude, yeah, I'm gonna wear that thing out, dude. It's so dope, dude. What's up, man? How's your Friday going, buddy? Let's get back into the searches here. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. That's a big deal. Embracer finally sold Gearbox and sold them to Take-Two, which is, in my opinion, I mean, obviously it's better than them being under Embracer, but it's also got some sketchiness to it. Oh, let's go, dog. Yeah, that sounds like a good day, dude. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah. Nice, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, I'm ready to rock today, too, man. I'm feeling good, baby. I'm feeling real thick, you know what I mean? Feeling real thick. I stayed up late watching hockey. But my team took down the other top team in their division or conference, and that was really nice. So it was totally worth staying up, but I didn't get my butt up out of bed this morning and go running, which makes me feel a little bit bad. But other than that, dude, it's Friday, dude. Pro hockey. Yeah, I'm a big Dallas Stars fan, dude. Yeah, so again, I've never really been big into diving into the college stuff. I had a sibling that went to a notable collegiate university at one point, close to where I'm from, or Division One. You know what I mean? And so whenever I was like in high school, I would drive up and stay with because whenever I was growing up, you know, I hung out with my sister, my older sister, and I hung out with her friends a lot. So I was friends with a lot of older people. And then, you know, whenever they all bounced and went to college, it was kind of weird for me because I was still stuck back home in a very small place, doing my thing. And I mean, I had friends my age and stuff, but I had a lot of friends too that were older that bounced. And so I would get about every weekend, every other weekend, dude, as soon as school was out, dude, I would drive up and stay with like my my sister and you know, mine and my sister's friends up there and stuff, and I had a cousin up there and everything too, and we, you know, I was like a sophomore in high school partying with like going to like college parties, and I was so small, dude. I was like 5'2", weighed all of like, you know, 90 pounds, soaking wet. I'm like strolling through these college parties, dude. You know what I mean? And but I used to go up and we'd go like, you know, pre-game and go to like college football games and stuff. But that was about the extent of my my like college sports experience, really. You know, it was really just going to hang out with my sibling and my friends that were up there, and just basically getting kind of trashed and going to the games and stuff. You know what I mean? Yo, Peter, what's up, buddy? Hey, man, how's Dragon's Dogma 2 going, man? That was a while back then, dude. Oh, it was crazy times, bro. Crazy times. It's wild. I haven't thought about those times in a little bit, dude. Loving it? Oh, bro. Yeah, loving it, too. Well, the patch came out today. If you didn't know, patch released today, at least on Steam it did. I'm guessing across all platforms. So we'll see if it increased the performance at all. What I did find out yesterday from our buddy Alucare here in the community is that there's a mod for the game. A modder created this, and it's significantly improving frames for people in the game as well. So I'm going to see what the first patch does. And then if the patch doesn't work, then I'm going to implement this. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to pull up some stuff about the patch today, and we'll see if what all platforms it's hit, what all platforms it's incoming to, when it's supposed to hit, what all the patch notes are, stuff like that. So we'll hit on that. But I'm loving it, dude. Yeah, I'm loving it. Dude, this is I had a kind of a wild thing happen. I don't know if you saw this or not. It runs decent. I mean, it depends on, I guess. Oh, you're playing on PS5 though, right? You're playing on PS5. Yeah. But I mean, you're also locked at 30 frames, yeah. And I mean, you know, it could definitely be worse. Okay, I'll say that. Yeah. I've played games much worse on release, so it's not like the worst thing in the world. I'll say that, like, what I know about the console version, yeah, to make it bearable. Yeah, I think that's a great word for it. It's bearable. This is the thing. The performance is not really where it should be. We all know that. The content is outstanding, right? So it's allowed most people to overlook the performance issues, right? So here's my thing. I think that hardware like the PS5, dude, I don't, you know, to have a game locked at 30 frames still blows my mind. You know what I mean? It blows my mind that games are coming out locked at 30 frames on those kinds of platforms. It's just crazy. It's not like that hardware is trash. The PS5 hardware is very good. Is it like a top of the line rig? No. But it's still crazy that games come out and have those kinds of issues where they need to be locked at 30 frames. That's nuts. But even on PC, I mean, I'm running the game just totally scaled down as much as I can, and you know, I'm topping 60 frames, and it's getting crushed in cities down to like 30, 25 sometimes. So, I mean, it's bearable. It's a great word for it. It's bearable. But, you know, it obviously should be better. It should be better. So, hopefully this patch does it. And we'll find out more. I'll try to see if I can find out when it's going to be hitting your platform and all the other platforms and stuff too. And my thing is like, I don't want to implement this mod. What's funny is that there was a An individual made this mod and pushed this out and has improved people's frame rates drastically, apparently, before Capcom even got their patch pushed out. How often do we see that? You know what I mean? That's wild. I know that they've got other platforms to worry about and stuff like that too. What does the mod do? It's a DLSS, a 3 frame gen improvement for specific GPUs for this enables DLSS FG apparently. I haven't gotten to look at this very much yet, but is by default disabled by Capcom. Now I don't know why. They even say that this will work for non-NVIDIA cards. But yeah, I don't know. You would hope that they had a good reason for it, but apparently this is and this is from somebody in our community running a 4000 series NVIDIA card, and they're like, dude, this totally improved my frame rate by drastic increase. You know, and it's like, wow. Random mode time. Well, we'll see, right? I mean, oh, let's go, baby. So, either Peepo sleep, dude, or get the vibe, please, and you get a free sub. So get him. We'll talk about it, dude. We'll talk about it. Nice reject. Oh, nice reject. Let's go. Got that Harley wink this morning. We've talked about this. And Davey, nice. Awesome as well. The Cap of Wealth, bro. Nice. Talked about that already. New skate-style BMX video game announced. Interesting. I just don't know how. Strategy RPG Unicorn Overlord is their game of the year so far. I don't know how you enjoy a game that tells you how battles are going to play out before they even play out. That's so off-putting for me. I was looking forward to this game so much. I played 2 days of it and was like, I can't do this anymore. Everything else about the game felt amazing. Felt really good. And it was something I was very, very much looking forward to as a spiritual successor to a game I fell in love with on Super Nintendo. And then I realized that there's this mechanic in the game that anytime you're planning on engaging with another unit, an enemy unit in the game, it literally tells you the outcome of the battle before you even engage. And you can't turn it off. So what's the point in playing the game? It felt really gross to me, and it made me not even want to play the game anymore. I didn't. I stopped playing it after 2 days. Peter, that sounds too good to be true. We're going to dive into it, baby. This is basically what I'm saying. Why in a game centered around battling enemies would you want to know the outcome of those battles before they even take place? Isn't that the point of the game? To play the game and find out how the battles play out? And instead they just show you beforehand what the results will be? Why? How stupid is that? I was so pissed. Marvel Rivals actually looks pretty good. Did you guys see this yesterday in our news segment? Marvel Rivals is a game coming that is being apparently developed by NetEase. And yeah. I'm actually interested in playing it, dude. And I'm not, so obviously I'm going to be playing like anti-heroes and villains. But, you know, I've always been a bit interested in what Overwatch is because so many other people enjoy it, but I just won't play it because it's Blizzard, you know? And so maybe something coming along like this that actually, you know, gives me the ability to dive into some of my love for the villains and anti-heroes as well of some of the superhero universe stuff, and try out a little bit of that Overwatch-esque kind of gameplay. You know, I'm interested in this. I'm really interested in playing this. So we're gonna keep track of Marvel Rivals, and when it releases, we'll probably be playing some of this in the community together. So if you want to play together, you know how this goes, man. Just keep paying attention, and we'll probably be doing Marvel Rival stuff on the weekend sometimes and everything. So especially if it's good. If we enjoy it and it's good, it'll be something that we play just from time to time, man, after it comes out. Former Dragon's Age creative director teases new fantasy game. Let's take a look at this. Activision is reportedly looking into the malware stealing its users' login credentials. That's very yikers. This is probably along the same lines of what we were seeing in that crypto site reporting on something similar. This is probably what that is, but I'm glad we found it on another site like Engadget rather than that crypto site. Ugh. So we'll take a look at this and see what's happening. Looks like there's a Nintendo eShop sale, so you can go take a look at that. It'll be different for everybody's individual respective region that you're in, but there are probably some decent games to grab. CD Projekt Red has updated their game pipeline and dev count. We know they've got like 3 to 4 Witcher games in the works right now. The one that is really coming our way is codenamed Polaris, and they've got more, but we'll see what the update gives us there. Does Dragon's Dogma 2's combat suck? No, it's actually very good. Here's the thing, though. It feels bad when you go from using a vocation like the Thief, which is so much fun in combat. The Thief feels really good. He's kind of cracked. The Thief is kind of cracked, dude. And I knew that it probably would be because of playing Dark Arisen back in 2016. The Thief always felt great, and they did not disappoint on the front of the Thief. Now, what happened was, and I was gonna show you something, Peter, too. Yo, let me know when you have a second to take a look at something. I'll show you something. No spoilers or anything, but I want to show you something. The difference being, I found a unlockable vocation called the Trickster, and you're riding a griffin. Sick, dude. Yeah, I found an unlockable vocation called the Trickster, and so it was right along the same time frame of me maxing out my Thief vocation. So I switched over to the Trickster, and the Trickster is just purely like smoke and mirrors, pull aggro, pull threat, and let all your pawns do all the work, which is basically the exact opposite of what the Thief is. The Thief is just all damage. Go in, crush everything, and so it feels really weird and like pretty disengaging from doing much in the combat whenever all you're doing is like support role. And no offense at all, really. At all. No offense. It feels really, really weird. But the combat is pretty phenomenal, in my opinion. And it feels good. It feels like just a little bit of an evolution over what Dragon's Dogma was before this. And I fell off. Yo, dude. Welcome to my world. I've done that so many times. So I had this weird thing happen, dude, where I snuck through a border gate in the game. I got into an area way faster than I think I was supposed to, dude. So I got this achievement that I'm in. Use illicit means to pass through the gate at the border. And only 5% of people have this. I feel like it was like a perfect timing kind of situation. I think there's a certain way that you get through that gate with like a quest. And I saw something kind of taking place and I was like, I wonder if this would work. And it did. And I actually got through this gate way faster than I think I was supposed to, which is kind of wild. That's one of the cool things about, like, you know, we talked a lot about Baldur's Gate 3 and the you know, how versatile the game was developed in the means of giving the player the ability to address taking care of things in the game in different kinds of ways. This game has that sentiment in it too. There are different ways to go about doing things, and a lot of it is just up to you and kind of, you know, your creativity and sometimes thinking outside the box, and maybe even sometimes what mechanics you've come across in the game and stuff like that, which is really, really cool. Oh, what up, dude? I was asking for you a little bit ago. Oh, yeah, we got a Bungie thing up, dude. We got a Bungie thing up. And I didn't know if you were around yet or not. Happy Friday, buddy. Imminent showcase. What is this? April 10th. Take a look at that. Happy Friday. Yeah, Bungie thing, dog, right here. We're gonna... Bungie rolls back controversial plan to time gate into the light loot. Do you know what this is about? That's a bunch of jargon that doesn't make sense to me, dude. That's a bunch of jargon that doesn't make sense to me, but I figured you might know. Yeah? Okay. What's up, dude? How you been, buddy? Happy Friday, bro. Last page and we'll dive into these. Oh, really? Interesting. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll touch on it. Thanks, man. Thanks for the breakdown. Yeah, we talked about that already. Talked about this already this morning. We've got this up. Whoa, Gearbox layoffs hit staff hours after being sold by Embracer? What? And 2K confirmed next Borderlands game is in active development. We kind of knew that already, but that's weird. Okay. Yeah, we touched on the cell yesterday. Yep. So, very aware of that. All right, let's dive into these. Let me pull up a nice That's good. Let me pull up a good patch notes for the Dragon's Dogma 2. Do they have it on? Kappa. Wait, what? Well, that didn't... Bro, you can't even read this. Look. What the crap's wrong with their website? Anyways, let's go back. Yeah, they were, the website's not built right. I could barely see them, and I was able to highlight them. But, yeah, it looked like they weren't there at first for sure. Let's try this one. Oh, okay. So, yo, Peter, they are saying that the update did release on PS5 as well, dude. But we'll touch on this. We'll touch on this. Hold on. Yeah, someone screwed that up, dude. All right, my bad. No. The wife's already bounced, dude. I heard somebody yelling, and I was like, you know, I couldn't tell what was going on. I was afraid maybe somebody needed help or something, but it was just some kids jacking around, getting ready for the bus. They were like walking down the street, dude. They were walking down the street, you know, and they were just jacking around, having some fun. But you know, I heard something kind of gnarly, and I was like, oh yeah, for sure, yeah. So let's talk about the update first, okay? We'll talk about the update first. That way, if anybody needs to bounce, because I know sometimes we run the news a little bit long. It is Friday. People still got some like work and stuff going on today, so we'll touch on this first. Dragon's Dogma 2 first big update patch is here and adds a new game option, but it's late on, Xbox. So again, for people that don't know, our buddy Alucare came in yesterday and dropped this on us, which is a mod created for Dragon's Dogma 2 that apparently is having significant improvements for people on their performance in the game frame-wise. And it was our buddy Alucare, by the way. Also, shout out to Alucare for the 11-month resubby yesterday. Incredibly generous. Thank you, my friend. And I didn't implement this last night. One of the reasons was because I was busy, no lie. And the other was because I was kind of waiting for a patch to drop and see what the patch would feel like performance-wise, if there would be an improvement before I went to do something like this first, you know. I wanted to see what Capcom had in store, and this is what I said yesterday whenever this dropped, or whenever Alucare gave this to me. I was like, how much does it suck that we get something like this before Capcom even takes care of us, you know? But it's not necessarily something that we miss. You know, or it's not necessarily something that is out of the norm, you know. How often do we have games that, you know, have all kinds of issues, and modders are the ones that take care of the community and the fans of the games way before the developer ever does, you know. What was, you know, just like, was it the Metal Gear Solid collection or whatever that came out? And it was just no kinds of visual, you know, modern visual settings for the game or anything like that. And it was like 4 hours after release, a modder had already given people up to 4K resolution settings and stuff. And it was like, why did Konami not do that? You know? Aside from the fact of just being lazy assholes. The modding community takes care of us all the time. And these developers suck, you know? But it's crazy that... First off, I mean, let's also talk about the fact that it's taken Capcom a week now. This game released last Friday. It's taken them a week to get this patch out. And this is a big, massive company, right? This is a big, huge AAA developer that knew this game was going to have performance issues before it even released. There's no questioning that. And it's taken them a week to get a patch out. You'll see indie developers get patches out way before this for their games, you know? Give Capcom time. Sure, their patch notes will include blocking it. Yeah, well played, dude. Yeah. But, you know, before I went ahead and implemented this mod, I wanted to give a chance to Capcom here with the update and see how it performed for us, right? So, Dragon's Dogma 2's first big update patch is here and adds new game option, but it's late on Xbox. We already knew what the patch was supposed to be bringing to the table for us, right? But there's always that case where, obviously we're going to touch on the patch notes. There's always that case where we have developers that know they need to push out patches for fixes, whether it be for, you know, bugs, performance, whatever, and they don't necessarily feel like they really did anything. And this is always a worry for a lot of us, I think. And so I wanted to wait, see how this felt. If it does improve things, then, you know, we'll run it for a little bit. If it doesn't feel like it fixed things enough, obviously we'll implement the mod and see what that does for us in the coming week. Capcom's ARPG gets critical improvements, though Xbox fans have to wait. So, this is what you need to know. The first major update for Dragon's Dogma 2, Capcom's new long-awaited ARPG sequel, has been released on PC and PS5 only right now. The patch hasn't come out on Xbox yet, though the developers say it's planned to come in the next few days. This is not something out of the ordinary, right? It seems like patches being pushed out to keep versions of Xbox games current with other platforms is quite difficult. They've got some kind of wild process that makes patching titles on Xbox fairly lengthy. The patch adds the option to start a new game if you have an ongoing playthrough, expands the number of art metamorphosis appearance, change items available in the game to 99, while also making a quest that allows you to obtain a permanent residence accessible earlier in the story. That's cool. Funny enough, I already have one, but it's because of the fact that I'm one of those like 5% of people, at least on Steam, that found a way to use illicit means, I think, to get into an area very early in the game. I don't know if you can get you buy your own residence earlier than that, but that's how I got mine. This update also makes motion blur and ray tracing toggleable, adds a 30 frame per second cap option on console, and both improves DLSS quality and fixes a model display bug on PC. Fixes and improvements for poor PC performance are slated to come in future updates, though it's currently unclear when players can expect these to release. That sucks. They've had a week. Oh, bro, they're talking about it right here. Yo, we pulled up the patch notes on Capcom's site originally, and it didn't even look like they were there until I barely noticed them, and then I could highlight them and see them. But I was like, let's not read this here. Though it's almost impossible to tell by reading the official patch notes thanks to one of the worst text and web page background color combinations I've ever seen. That's what we were talking about, dude. The update, as expected, adds the option to start a new game. Yeah. What we just talked about. Yeah, look, you can barely... This is what we pulled up a little bit ago, and I was like, bro, we're not reading this here. You can just barely see it. Now, if you use a mouse and highlight it and bring it down, you can read everything because it changes the background and the text color. But other than that, dude, good luck. What the crap? The patch features PC-specific changes as well, though don't get your hopes up for improved performance if yours has been lackluster. Image quality while using DLSS has been improved, and an issue related to the display of models under some specific settings got fixed. But Capcom says frame rate improvements aren't coming until future updates. So more than likely we'll probably be using this, and I'll link this to you guys too. Yeah, it was a 1.6 gigabyte update on PC. Can confirm. I've already downloaded it this morning. They say overall, this looks like a pretty solid opening update for Capcom's new open world fantasy game. It feels like they're sluggish to me on this. Bro, that's, yeah, I have no idea, Ferret. I have no idea. It's like the same thing as like so many of these articles we read that are just totally bonked with like all kinds of errors. And I'm like, do you guys not, you know, proofread your stuff or edit your stuff? You know, have an editor that looks at everything before you publish it. Batman Arkham Oranges, you know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro. It just, that's what I don't get it. I mean, there's always the potential for mistakes, you know, but God, it seems just very, very prevalent, you know. But yeah, I mean, that dude, that's terribly bad. Look how bad that is, you know. Yeah, this is terrible. Yeah. I mean, I honestly, I feel pretty let down by this update for how bad the performance is of the game. Considering what this is the thing. If they came out in the first place and did something more along the lines of something like Alan Wake 2, where they were like, look, this is going to be very, very, very hardware intensive game. You need to be prepared for that. We're going to be pushing out very high hardware requirements. You know, you need to be prepared for the fact that it's going to be a hardware hog. It's going to take very high requirements. But that's not what this is. This is unoptimized. It's not performing well because it needed, honestly, more time to bake. It needed more time to be worked on before it was released. It's not the worst thing I've ever played, performance-wise, but it doesn't feel real good either. And, you know, when it comes down to it, they pushed out this requirement that was fairly mediocre for today's gaming hardware requirements. You know, it wasn't low, but it wasn't stupid high either. I mean, I'm well above it for recommended, and I had to crank everything down to minimums. Everything. To be able to get decent frame rates in this. That's not the way this should go, you know? So it's playable, but it doesn't feel great. And, you know, talking about the update now means that what I'm probably expecting to have to do is whenever I get some time before we stream, because, again, today will be the final stream before Monday. So no Saturday or Sunday streams. I'm sorry. I've got family stuff this weekend. Won't be able to stream. So I do apologize, but that is the case. And, you know, I'll probably be trying to see if I can get this this mod implemented before we play on Monday if today doesn't feel any better, you know. But I will link this mod if anybody else wants to try it out, okay? There you go. Our buddy Alucare, who dropped this for us yesterday, was saying that on a 4000 series card they were running this, and it was phenomenally better, frame rate wise, incredibly. Now, I would highly recommend you read and understand the entire installation and compatibility stuff down here, okay? It's very important. Gearbox layoffs hit staff hours after being sold by Embracer. I thought the whole point of getting out from underneath Embracer was to avoid this stuff. You know. Oh, man. Took less than a day for employees at Gearbox Entertainment to be hit with layoffs after being sold by Embracer Group. According to multiple posts on social media, a number of people are no longer working for Gearbox after it was announced the company is being purchased by Take-Two Interactive. Quote, along with countless others, I've been just been informed I've been laid off at Gearbox. Former PR manager Jennifer Locke posted on Twitter. It was really a dream come true working for this team, and I'm incredibly grateful for my time here. Senior user research investigator also posted on the platform saying, I just lost my job. Following the exciting news of the Take-Two Interactive and Gearbox Entertainment merger last night, I, like many others, received the unfortunate news this morning that my position will no longer be required. Former director of online engagement Chris Harada posted on LinkedIn. After 3 incredible years at Gearbox, my journey with the company has concluded. Another former PR staff member, Steve Prince, also confirmed on LinkedIn he was among the cuts. As of writing, it's unclear how many people were impacted by the layoffs. Insider Gaming has reached out to Gearbox and Take-Two Interactive for comment on the layoffs. Should a response be received, the story will be updated accordingly. When the deal closes, Take-Two will acquire Gearbox for $460 million. The entirety of the purchase will be paid to Embracer in the form of new common stock. You know what it looks like? Anybody that has anything to do with PR is being axed. Because Take-Two's like, we got this. Don't worry about it. Well, look, this is what I said yesterday, too. So this is what I said. You can go back and take a look at what I said yesterday when we found out that they were being sold, right? Does it probably feel good for Gearbox to get out from underneath Embracer? I would assume so. That's probably like a wiping the sweat off your brow, right? But honestly, for me, this is like the lesser of two evils here. Yes, Randy Pitchford is still in charge. Yes, confirmed. As of yesterday, that's what we read and confirmed, Davey, so you shouldn't have any worries there. Randy Pitchford is still in charge of Gearbox Borderlands, all of that. So no worries there. And while, like we talked about with Saber as well, we knew that they were shopping Gearbox for quite some time, Embracer was. And I think anybody that gets out from underneath Embracer right now has got to be just, crying tears of joy, if you will. Because Embracer's crushing everything underneath them, right? It's been really disgusting to watch Embracer and what they've done over the past year and a half. And whenever we found out yesterday that it was Take-Two that's buying Gearbox, that's basically the sentiment that I put out there was it's got to be a little bit of a breath of fresh air for Gearbox, but it's also, I think, a bit concerning from my point of view for them to be going to somebody like Take-Two. We all know who Take-Two is, right? Take-Two is the parent company that owns Rockstar, Zynga, those kinds of companies. Okay? So, 2K, right? 2K. And so I think it's better for them to be out from underneath Embracer, but it does almost to me feel like the lesser of two evils here. I think that Take-Two is a much better business-oriented company to be under. But as far as a company that's going to take care of Gearbox in a way that all of us fans and consumers are looking for Gearbox to be handled, I'm not so sure. You know what I mean? That's my problem. So then we see this. Then we see this happen where they're getting layoffs, and it does look like it's more not on necessarily like the development side of things, but more of the promotional marketing side of things potentially, where I think here's the thing. Anytime a company gets the changing of hands or whatever to be sold, or there's always the potential of some, house cleaning. It depends on what the vision is for the parent company, how much they want to be involved, what they want this company to be like, where they feel like they can trim the fat because of unnecessary things that maybe Take-Two already has an entire PR division set up for all of their subsidiaries that handles anything that needs to be handled. And for Gearbox, they were like, we don't, you know, this is unfortunately something that has to happen. This is just a reality of business in many, you know, scenarios when there's a changing of hands, you know, a sell from one company to another, a subsidiary like this. And so, you know, it's unfortunate, but it is a reality of the way things work quite often. We'll see if there are any other layoffs that come about, and we'll try to keep tabs and see how many layoffs there actually are in regards to this specific scenario and situation. Okay. Wonder if it'll help the Borderlands series be better. Maybe. I don't know. Well, I think that what most people, I don't think a lot of people have a lot of complaints. I think where a lot of people look at the Borderlands series, it was like Borderlands 1 and 2 was like apex, dude. And then the pre-sequel was like, really mediocre. And then it kind of came back up to a little bit better with like Borderlands 3 and Tiny Tina's Wonderland, but they weren't like on the same level as 1 and 2. And people want that quality back in those experiences, I think. You know, that's the impression I get anyways. I've played 1, 2, I fell in love with those games, played the pre-sequel, and really just dropped it about 25, 30 hours in. I was like, this isn't really, you know, doing anything for me. But I haven't played 3 or Tiny Tina's yet. And so, I just know that they weren't like mind-blowing for people. And maybe it's just because people had kind of enough of the Borderlands stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens though. But can confirm as of right now, yes, Randy Pitchford is still in charge of all of that stuff. Yeah. Now, a segue into this, 2K has confirmed that the next Borderlands game is in active development. Also, Take-Two acquiring the franchise Gearbox for $460 million, which again we talked about yesterday whenever it was announced. 2K has said the next Borderlands game is in active development. We already kind of knew this, but since we came across an article this morning and it you know, we've got a lot we're talking about already with Gearbox and they're being purchased by Take-Two. It made sense to go ahead and dive into this. With nearly 20 years of history working together, Gearbox has played an integral role in our success, given their unique ability to create interactive entertainment experiences that feature beloved characters, exciting new worlds, and humorous storytelling, said David Ismailer, president of Take-Two publishing label 2K. We are thrilled to welcome Randy Pitchford, there you go, Davey, and his team of passionate, talented developers to 2K, and we look forward to releasing numerous projects in the future as colleagues. We have loved partnering with Gearbox on every iteration of the Borderlands franchise and are excited to be in active development on the next installment in the series. In November, references to Borderlands 4 and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands 2 were spotted on the LinkedIn profile of a former Gearbox employee. Last month, Gearbox co-founder and CEO Randy Pitchford teased what appeared to be an update on Borderlands 4. So a quote here recently from Randy was, look, we haven't even announced anything of it. Clearly, we're working on something. And I know what we're working on, and holy crap, it's the greatest thing we've ever done. And I can't wait, but it's not time yet. It's not time yet. There will be a time. Yeah, it's not like this is kind of an easy transition as well, because despite Gearbox being owned by Embracer, Take-Two already had a long-term publishing deal with Gearbox for the Borderlands franchise. 2K had been publishing their stuff already, so this is kind of an easy transition as well, if you didn't know that. Take-Two said last month that the Borderlands franchise has sold in over 83 million units since launching in 2009. Borderlands 3 was the fastest selling title, over 19 million copies. Borderlands 2 is 2K's top selling game since the label's inception 7 years earlier, with over 28 million copies sold. So that's what you need to know. We'll keep paying attention moving forward and see what happens. Okay, guys. Check this out. Oh, yo, this is for Peter, dude. Peter, this is what we were talking about earlier, man. New skate-style BMX video game announced. What am I doing? Stop that. Stop that. And we got a trailer, too. While action sports are very popular to watch, they are a small subset of video games. Bro, if it wasn't for Tony Hawk, though, and we got a game coming out this year called Skate Story that I cannot wait for. Excitingly, a game has been announced to fill the void. Let's see this. Are you kidding me? I hate the embeds that don't max. Dude, drives me crazy. Ooh wee, boy. Get ready to break some ankles. Let's go. Clap them shins. That's right, dude. Yeah, everything's very, you know, subjective, right, Davey? Yeah, talk about that a lot, for sure. Yo, this looks like this could be really dope for fans of these genre of games, like the more extreme sports kind of stuff, especially BMX, dude. That looks pretty solid, actually. That looked pretty decent. BMX Streets is a game similar to the famous skate series designed by an independent developer, Mash Games. Indie developers, let's go. The description on Steam reads, BMX Streets is a freestyle extreme biking simulator set in a massive open world. BMX Streets captures the essence of BMX culture by giving players the ability to find their own style of riding through practice, experimentation, and exploration. It'll be released on April 5th, dude. No price information yet. April 5th, check it out. BMX Streets. Yeah, April 5th, dude. Right around the corner. There you go, dude. Yo, check it. Yeah. It does say that this game requires a controller. They don't have mouse and keyboard support for this right now. So understand that first and foremost for a PC game. I wonder if it's coming to other platforms and stuff. It didn't say in that article, I don't think. But that's it on Steam. And it does look pretty dope. We'll keep track of it and see how it does on release. It just says Steam. Just says Steam right now. But there's your link for it on Steam's page and everything. So hopefully that'll give you something to look forward to. Here we go. Former Dragon's Age creative director teases new fantasy game. So, creative director Mike Laidlaw, has teased a new fantasy game in development at Yellow Brick Games. Studio has he founded alongside 3 other industry veterans. The short trailer is the first we've seen of the studio's debut project, on which they've worked over the past 3 years, not 3 decades. God, that would be you know, along the lines of something like Skull and Bones. Bro, sorry. I can't help myself, dude. Bro. Yeah, you got it, Peter. No worries, dog. No worries. Yo, let's see what... I need some more coffee. I'm tired this morning, dude. Let's watch this real quick, dude. 3 decades, dude. That's like that's like flipping Skull and Bones or or flipping Star Citizen, dude. Bro, people get so pissed off when I talk trash about Star Citizen on YouTube. People get so pissed. It's hilarious. Yeah, dude, Ferret, I kind of could tell that you were out of pocket. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were just busy. That's it? I wasn't sure if you were out of pocket or just not feeling great. I'm sorry, dude. That sucks, bro. That's terrible to hear. I hope you start feeling better, dog. April 2nd, and that's the look we get. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that didn't really give us much, dude. Very few details are known about the upcoming game. Although Yellow Brick Games has said it will be a fantasy action adventure title that is set to be released in 2025. Oh, okay. We don't even have a name for it yet, but that's likely to come alongside further details when the game is properly revealed on April 2nd. Teaser trailer gives a brief look at a peaceful woodland environment dotted with ancient ruin. Ferocious-looking blue and white creature that seems to be the size of a wolf is wandering about before the thudding footsteps of a hammer-wielding giant shatter the peace. The game was initially due to be published by Private Division, although is no longer the case. Laidlaw confirmed the developer will now be self-publishing its game, a step that is a leap of faith, especially in the current turbulent industry climate. However, he also considered it an opportunity to take our destiny into our own hands and reach out directly to players and the wider gaming community during this release. Is this actually... I can't tell if this is actually that game or not. Don't even have a name for it yet, but April 2nd. So this will be Tuesday. Tuesday, we're supposed to find out more about this game, and we'll see what we can grab from this, okay? Yeah. Interesting. Here's something wild. Here's something wild. Where's Soup at this morning, dude? He's probably eating $20 ice cream. He'll be here in a little bit later. Activision is reportedly looking into the malware stealing its users' login credentials. That's not good. TechCrunch says the malware seems to affect people using third-party tools like Call of Duty cheats. So, cheaters get wrecked, I guess, you know? Yeah. He usually does, bro. I just need to drink a lot of it. Yeah. I hate, dude, knowing that you're feeling bad. You know, obviously we kind of suffer from some of the same stuff. I think yours is I've been able to find a way to manage mine to an extent. You know, I still deal with it from time to time, but it's not, I don't think, near to the gravity of what you deal with. And so, I can't necessarily understand exactly what you go through with it, but, you know, I do have a sister that deals with chronic migraines. I dealt with them for a while. I still have some days where it gets bad, and it's not fun to deal with, and you know, chronic headaches into migraines and stuff. But I do think yours are quite more intense and scale harder than mine do and longer than mine do and stuff. So just knowing what I've had to deal with, and you know, I can't imagine. So I'm sorry, buddy. I really am. It makes me feel helpless when I know people have to deal with stuff like that. I want to be like, you know, let me know if there's anything I can do to help. You know, obviously if there is, I'll do anything I can, but it's one of those things where I don't think there's anything that I could ever really do other than tell you I hope you feel better. You know, it sucks. Activision is reportedly in the midst, yeah, cheaters getting malware. Poetic justice, isn't it? Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, perfect way to state that, man. Activision is reportedly in the midst of investigating a hacking campaign that's stealing login credentials from people playing its games. According to TechCrunch, bad actors have been successfully installing malware onto victims' computers. Bad actors installing malware onto bad actors' computers, right? And using their access to steal logins for their gaming accounts and even their crypto wallets. Nice. Wow. The video game publisher has apparently been helping victims remove the malware and regain control of their accounts, but it doesn't have enough information at the moment to say how the malware is spreading. TechCrunch's source said the malware could be only affecting folks who have third-party tools installed, insinuating that people are getting it from